Okay guys, so today we are making character posters. A final product should look a little like this, where you have the main character and words decorating them, and descriptor words in the background there. First thing you want to do is find your character. So, remember in Google Images, you're gonna you can look up your character, pitch perfect. But up at the top, you want to go to Tools. You're going to then want to go and make sure that you're using a large size one, because you need a large size photo for this to work, because otherwise it'll look blurry. What's a good photo? Let's do the juice box one. Open link in new, open image in new tab. There we go. We got juice box. Save image as. Put that in my downloads. And then open it up in in Affinity Photo. Open Affinity Photo, Juicebox Photo. Remember, you've got your selection tool over here, and remember, all you have to do is draw over your character, and it should cut them out fairly well. Remember to check that the dotted line is the outside of the character and that there's nothing missing on the inside. For instance, right now we're missing her juice box. You guys can see that dotted line going there. So make sure you've got no dotted lines on the inside of your character unless there's something specific you want to avoid. If you get areas that you don't want, such as I've got this area here, notice I'm getting the background and not curving with her hair, hold down Alt and you should be able to wipe away what you don't want. Again, add like that. So that's just a quick review. Once you've got her selected, or him selected, depending on who you want, you're going to go up there, you're going to do Edit, Copy, and then you'll have to go to Affinity Designer, and then Paste. Whoops, where did I put my new document? There we go. So open up your Affinity Designer, and then you'll be able to paste. You can resize, but you might notice a little bit of pixelation if you resize from something small. So you want to start with a large photo so you don't get that, you don't get a pixelated look. From there, it should be a lot of stuff that's familiar with us. You should be able to take a square, give it the color you want, and then put it in the background. What color is good for Becca? I think like she's like more of a red or like... Yeah, let's go with maroon. There we go. I like it doing it on this side because the way her eyes are looking, it'll be like she's looking towards the empty space. If we put it over here, that's going to look a little weird because she's looking off camera or off the picture. Gentlemen, are we okay over there? Because I hear a lot of talking when it should be a lot of listening. Thank you. And then you can start decorating with her name and her personality. So, as you guys decorate, you're going to want to start thinking about their personality. You're going to want to use fonts that are appropriate for the word and their name. So, for instance, when I think Becca, I think something like really big and bold. But I feel like it needs to be a little bit more edgy, because that doesn't look... That looks a little too clean for her. So let me play around with fonts. So I want something a little bit more edgy than that. Yeah, those are all too clean, because when I think Becca, I think like someone's rough and tumble. I feel like she wouldn't be afraid to punch a guy in a bar. Like, yeah, she does not... She'll throw back attitude if you give it to her, so I feel like she needs something a little bit more... There we go. A little bit more edgy. I used that for the last one, but I don't know if there's another one I'd want to use. Was that Mistral? Yeah. So give it a color as appropriate. Make sure that it's really large. No, I believe there's 2 C's in Becca. Because that's what it was when we searched it, I believe. Yeah, B-E-C. Oh, nope, it is 1 C. You're indeed right, Chris. And then start thinking about colors that would work. Darker red. My problem with darker red though is that it may not stand out against the background. Let's see if, like that. For added effect, remember we have effects over here. We talked about blur, but I'm gonna add something called an outer glow to help it stand out a little bit. And that will help it stand out. So we've got our name. Now you start using those words that you guys started thinking of yesterday. And you're going to want to make sure that they match the personality of the word. For instance, one word when I think of when I see Becca is sarcastic.
Wait, it has to be 20 words?
It has to be, I gave you 20 words. Use as many as you want because you need to fill a lot of space. Over here in the sample one, where'd I put it? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 words, and I still have a lot of space to go. Over here, I need to fill in this space here, fill in the space here. So 20 words is, it seems like a lot, but it's probably going to, you'll probably need it to fill the entire space. So I'm going to use sarcastic. What's a nice sarcastic color? Yellow? I think yellow when I feel sarcastic. And then remember, we're creating a layered look, so you're going to want to put it in the background, make it look like it's in the background by blurring it a little bit. And then making it slightly see-through. And then you'll add another word. What's another good word for Becca, guys?
Mad.
Mad?
She got like sassy.
Sassy's definitely a way I would describe her. Let me pump this up. Sassy, I just feel like sassy is like written like a cursive font for some reason. And I feel like that's nice and probably a bright pink. I don't know if I can see that though. Maybe white? Okay. So I'm gonna switch things up a little bit. I'm gonna turn this one on its side, put it over here. Ooh, that fills that space really quick, really nice because it kind of curves along with her hair there. I'm going to put it in front of sarcastic, and then I'm going to, again, then blur it a little bit. I might actually pull it behind Becca to, again, create a more 3D look, which means I also have to put it behind sarcastic. So if I put it over here, then we have it blending in a little bit, and then let me drop that opacity to make it blend in even more. And there we have start filling the space. And you continue on until you fill all the space there and have a nice looking poster. So I'd have to start thinking about smaller words maybe up here, something over here on the side that might be a little bit longer that I can make smaller, and then some big ones over here on the other side. If you've got your 20 words, you have plenty of words to use for this. Questions, comments, confusions? Okay guys, I'm going to upload this tutorial. If you guys need reference to it, I'll also be walking around.